Hi everyone, I'm going to be talking about how I grew my digital literacy this semester using Doug Belshaw's 8 essential elements of digital literacies. The first element is the cultural element. I use the cultural element this semester with social media sites like Facebook and email and Google Docs. For example, with Facebook, I used it for my own social life, staying up to date with friends and family. I also used it for work. I have young parents as clients, and I need to make sure that they're staying on track with the requirements for the program, and make sure that they stay on track with their day-to-day lives. I also use it for school. I follow a couple of different pages pertaining to my major mainly, but I also use it to stay on connected with the CI community. Within these three communities, I changed my language, the way I carried myself, the things I talked about, and shifted throughout all, my social life, work, and school quite a bit. So I was, culturally connected with each individual community. Another element is the cognitive element. I used the cognitive element a lot this semester. As I mentioned earlier in class, I was not digitally connected for about a year and a half, so I knew coming into this class I was going to have to use that cognitive element a lot. Learning new apps and software and different devices that I might have to use was really important in this class. Like in Google Docs, I had never used them before, or made a YouTube video, or used CI Learn as much as I have, or had a journal, or any of these things that I had to learn to do. So I had to constantly stay cognitively aware of the different aspects of this classroom and a lot of the different programs I was going to learn to have to use. So I was constantly having to learn the to-dos of all of these devices. Another element is the constructive element. I learned how to use several different devices, how to make different YouTube videos. I made several YouTube videos. I also did a lot of ILBs. I never done those before, and all of these things carried a lot of information that I needed to be constructive and be aware that I am posting my opinion and that others might have different ones. So I wanted to be constructive in that manner. I was also constructive when it came to using things like YouTube and ILB for a lot of different usage, not just one thing. And I was also aware that the information I was posting others would benefit and use as resources. So I wanted to be constructive in the sense of the things I said and the nature I carried myself in. Another element is the communicative element. The communicative element was new for me in the sense that I had more communities to pertain to. I use Google Docs a lot in this class. I've never done a Google Doc where everyone kind of joins in, so that was interesting within that community, as well as the ILBs and the journals. But also group emails. When we at the beginning of the class, when we did the first project together, I had never used that. And social media sites, like I said previously with the other element, I learned to shift between different communities and use different resources, and be ethnically aware of myself and the way I carried myself throughout each community. Another element is confident. This was a big one for me. I have never really been too confident in my abilities when it came to technology and the digital world. I've never really been too connected with that or been a big fan of it. As you can tell, I was not aware of it for about a year. But after this class, I felt that I became a really good, very confident user And it all kind of started when we started using our ILBs. I felt confident in my writing, and I felt confident in the things I was saying, and on the way I was using these devices, and shifting from one program to another device, and things of that nature. Also, when I did my commercial, I was pretty confident in myself when I learned the software and different applications and devices that I was going to be using. I never thought I had it in me to create a commercial. I mean, it wasn't high quality or anything like that, but I still, really enjoyed it. Another component is the creative element. The creative element was again used with the ILB and the commercial, but also the peer reviews. It was a new way for me to express myself and allow others to gain information. So that was really nice. I was mainly really creative with my commercial. I enjoyed it. It was time with my daughter. Another element is the critical element. I feel like I still need a little bit of work with that. But doing the group project pertaining to teens online and getting all these statistics really helped gain some knowledge, and as well as the class blogs of becoming aware of different struggles that might be brought upon us, and think critically about them, and really analyze these statistics and this information that is being given to us. The last element is the civic element. The civic element I struggled with, in the sense that I had never really prepared myself to be engaged in the digital environment. This was new for me, and I feel that I can really work on it and gain some ground in that. But just be civic and be aware of the way I help others and pertain to others. So that's something new that I'm really gonna work on. So those were the 8 categories and how I grew in them this semester. So I hope you enjoyed.